Hello and welcome to News at Noon. I'm Aftab Borka. Heavy floodings along the East Coast, massive rainfall, snowstorms, and millions without power. Hurricane Sandy has done more than what was feared, and it looks like New York City bore the major brunt of it.
We knew that this was going to be a very dangerous storm, and the storm has met our expectations. The worst of the weather has come, and the city certainly is feeling the impacts. At the Battery, we have seen record surge levels. We're seeing an extraordinary amount of water throughout Lower Manhattan. There are trees down throughout the city. The bad news is Con Ed is experiencing power outages on an extremely wide basis. Please, please, please do not call 911 if it is not a life-threatening emergency. You are putting other people's lives at risk by occupying the lines.
And Sandy's effects are felt as far west as Wisconsin. Here in Pontiac, a Civil War statue outside the City Hall was knocked down by heavy winds. In other communities, thousands of DTE customers are without power. Reporter Monica Drake has all the details about that. Monica?
Well, if you thought the weather was bad yesterday, that's nothing compared to how it is today. According to DTE, 13,000 of its customers are without power today, and 56,000 customers throughout southeast Michigan are without power. The winds are expected to reach 50 miles per hour today, which could affect even more of the 2.1 million customers. The current power outages are due mostly to downed wires around Oakland County. There are also more than a dozen school closings today, including all of the Clarkson School District and the Pontiac School District.
Thank you, Monica. Well, Monica's lucky enough to be away from the center of the storm, but many reporters along the East Coast were literally in harm's way when Sandy was making its landfall. Here is a report from CNN.
In a hurricane, they act as human weather balloons.
That's a wind gust right there. Well, that's a wind gust.
Weather balloons tethered to whatever they can clutch. Sometimes somebody clutches them.
These are probably I've got the Nassau County Sheriff holding me onto the boardwalk.
Some were literally covered with Hurricane Sandy.
I'm going to let you kind of take some of the sand off of your face there.
Somehow some sand got in my mouth.
But that was the least of their problems.
Hey, Rick, get to safer ground.
Glenn, get back behind the building. I don't want you blown away.
Or worse, washed away.
Timing those waves out, watching that water move in. He's been in these situations a lot, by the way.
Right. Another rogue wave got a CBS team.
Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Hey, guys. Whoa.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Meanwhile, beach erosion swallowed a Fox reporter's foot.
Does not look good. Oh, excuse me. Oh, it looks like the sandy walkway out to the beach. It's actually got my boots stuck.
Oh my gosh.
CNN's Jason Carroll stumbled on a scuba diver prepared for flooding near his house.
And if I have to get out, I have scuba gear, I have surfboards, I have a kayak.
Some who boarded up left defiant messages to the storm, comparing her to Hurricane Irene. Hey, Sandy, Irene left her panties here. Come try 'em on. But reporters weren't so full of bravado when the wind left a crane dangling over Manhattan.
I don't mean to sound, chicken about this, but as soon as we saw this and we saw it dangling, we started running from 57.
Hurricanes and high-rises don't mix.
We just had some glass breaking out here. We just had glass breaking.
For some, it was just an excuse to horse around behind a reporter.
Don't go out. You probably can't get out of Atlantic City anyway.
Or even dress up like a horse.
There's a shirtless man jogging wearing a horse mask.
The hurricane horse later tweeted out a picture of himself, but reporters usually don't appreciate pranksters behind their backs.
Big guy there, he can go talk to the people who lose their homes.
From a fake horse to a real deer, WNBC reports this one was rescued after suffering a broken leg. Imagine getting that deer in the headlights look from a deer in the surf. Ginny Mo, CNN, New York.
Oakland County Executive L. Brooks Patterson is scheduled to return to work today for the first time since he was injured in a car crash on August 10th. Reporter Charlie Crum has more on that. Charlie?
Well, the county executive has been recuperating from broken bones and other injuries sustained in that crash. And he has scheduled a mid-afternoon news conference today after he meets with county managers and his own deputies, mostly to satisfy concerns that he's fit to continue in office, since he's also up for re-election this year. His injuries were severe enough, however, that he's expected to appear today in a wheelchair, and he says he'll continue physical rehabilitation while he's back on the job. The 73-year-old is seeking a sixth four-year term on the November 6th ballot against Democrat Kevin Howley from Huntington Woods.
All right, Charlie, thank you. Well, the Detroit Tigers may have lost the World Series this year, but they certainly haven't lost the fans' attention. Oakland Press spoke with some of the fans after the final game.
I thought they're a good team. The Tigers are a good team. Just things caught up with them a little bit. Having that delay, 5 days off, 6 days off, was not good for them.
I would like to see them do a little bit more training and work a little harder and win.
I was heartbroken. It broke my heart. But this is baseball.
New York, of course, was the second best team in the American League, and the Tigers were the best, and we hit a slump.
And now from fans to the expert, Oakland Press sports columnist Pat Caputo says the Tigers are a good team. They just need to be better.
Tigers is the good news. They got into the World Series twice in the last 7 years. The bad news, they've lost 8 of those 9 games in the World Series. And the bottom line about it is, what are they going to do to try to get back there? Yeah, they have a nucleus of players. You know, Cabrera, Fielder, Justin Verlander. And they're going to be good as long as those guys are in their prime, and they're going to be with the Tigers for a while. They're signed long term. How they piece the players around them is going to determine the Tigers' fate. They need help in the bullpen. They need a corner outfielder. I think Delman Young probably has played his last game for the Tigers. Victor Martinez will be their DH, but they need somebody for one of those corner outfield spots. And the starting pitching is very, very strong, but it's not going to help the Tigers that much if they don't improve that bullpen. I thought that was the bullet that they dodged during the postseason. Phil Koch did outstanding work and really saved him a great deal, but is Phil Koch going to be your closer next year? What are you going to do? And don't you need, if you're the Tigers, to get a little bit better setup, man? Or do you trust, Brian Villarreal and Al Albuquerque to come through for them? Those are decisions that are going to make or break the Tigers in the future.
And that's it for today. Don't forget to watch us tomorrow at theoaklandpress.com. I'm Aftab Borka. Have a good day.